So this is service icon here.
Now can you hear me? Okay, good. Great. I think I might muted. Okay, so let me share the screen again. I think I have to press the screen sharing. Sharing. PowerPoint. I'm trying to share the screen. Let me try again. Share the screen. Open, not responded. Okay, it still is coming. Come on. Okay. So let me share again. You can't see my screen, huh?
No. No, Chaminda.
Okay, let me try again one more time. Online. You have to wait for a while. Some problems. Okay, so share. Stop sharing. Now let me check. Stop. Share. Stop sharing. Can you see a whiteboard? No?
No.
Can you see here? I'm trying to draw something. Can,
No, I don't know that.
No, nothing.
Same for me.
okay, so go delete the whiteboard. I should share. Share.
Now it's okay.
You see my email, huh? I don't know, some problem is there. I can't. When I share the screen, it says resume. Maybe I have to go. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Normally we don't email this because other people's information are there, so I can't share it. But let me try one more time. I think screen share gives some problem. So I will go without the screen share. I try maybe sometime it will work later. So I'm going to introduce the programs to you. But if you really think you need to have the screen, let me try again when I'm entering it. But some of the stuff I can just read from here and you get the idea. But later we need to share. Okay, so first of all, why you should think about studying in Germany? I don't see myself. Can you see me and hear me? Can you see me?
I do hear you.
Okay, you hear me. Okay, good.
No, we can't see you.
I can't see you actually. But I don't actually need to see you. Okay, now I'm fine. Okay. So now, as you know, I will go very quickly because we lost some time. Uh, Germany is like, one of best performing economy in Europe. It's a world leader in technological advancement, innovations, and high-tech industries. German qualifications are highly recognized all over the world. Most of the programs are free, which is kind of very. I think it's only in Germany where you have free education in all developed countries. Now, there are a lot of generous scholarships, unlike Australia or UK. You have different scholarships like DART and Erasmus, which I will explain later. And also, programs are done in English uh, because of the um, Bologna process. So, all over Europe now there are different programs done in English, like American style bachelor's and master's, whether it's Germany in other countries in Europe. And now, when you go to Germany as a student, you get also access to 26 countries, so-called Schengen areas, so where you can travel without an additional visa. You can travel, also you can theoretically work, even though as a student you can work only in Germany, but you can do a lot of
Hello. Hello.
I don't hear you, Chaminda.
Hello. We can't hear you. Um,
Can you hear me now?
hello. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yes, no, no.
Yeah, we can hear.
Now
Yeah?
it's okay. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Yes, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so I have some. Okay, so I will go without the video now. Let me try to share the screen again. No, I can't share the screen. Okay, so if you can hear, I will continue. So there are a lot of reasons why Germany is a good destination for doing your postgraduate studies. And also there are some reasons why a lot of people are unaware about Germany, but I will not go into details. There are different reasons why. Basically, Germany is not marketing it as a education destination, unlike Australia or UK, because when you go to Germany, whether you are a foreign student or international local student, you are treated equally, and you don't have to pay tuition. So that's the main thing. So therefore, they don't have promotional budget to hire you like Australian universities. They do a lot of promotions because for them it's a foreign revenue. Germans are not really keen on inviting people for education because they don't get money from them. Because they like to, it says my internet connection is unstable. Yes, but you can hear me now. So, what are the opportunities available for you? As I already mentioned, conference participation, internship and job opportunities, research fellowships. Not going to explain them. Opportunities you can think about. Undergraduate programs also there, but we are not dealing with them. Summer programs and this which we will explain next semester. But here we talk about masters and PhDs. A lot of background news. Let me manage. Actually, background news noise come from other guys. I can't even manage participant now. I don't know. Mute all. Okay, now you don't get the background news voice now. You don't hear. Yeah. Rolling. Speakers and yeah. Can you hear me? Please raise your hand or type.
Hello. Yeah. Hello.
Right. So I will continue now. So we are going to talk about masters and PhD program. Now, generally, masters are 2 years in Germany full time, and PhD full time 3 years. 2 years masters full time, 3 years PhD full time. There are 2 intakes for year. Summer intake, which we are trying to apply now, that will start in April. Deadline will be December, January for application, but the programs will start in April. The next intake is winter intake, starts in September. But we are focusing now April intake, which is summer intake. Now courses are conducted in English, of course, and but there are opportunities for you to study German. As I said to you, most of the programs are almost actually fully no tuition fee. There are some programs also where you pay money if the university is private, particularly for MBAs and business degrees. Now there are some courses where you have 1 semester per 1 country. For example, Erasmus Mundus programs are not only in Germany, but you can decide for 3-4 countries in European continent. You can work when you are a student. You can work unlike in other countries. It's defined as 120 days per year or 240 of half days. Double of that if it is half days. So that basically means you can work 4 hours in a year. So it is a lot. However, unlike in England, you can't work and study. You have to study and work. So when you are a student, you have to mainly study, but during weekends, during summer period, maybe winter, Christmas time, you can work. As somebody already asked, you can accompany your families, but if you have dependents, they can't work, and you have to show, if you are going as a no full scholarship participant, you have to show money or have enough money to maintain them. Now, one of most important thing in Germany is still you get a post-qualifying work visa. That is called like a job-seeking visa. When you finish your master's or PhD, mainly masters, you get 18 months more to look for a job. So that is definitely assured 18 months job possibility after your degree. So that means you can work 18 months full-time after your degree and look for a good job. If you get a standard job, there are some criteria to define that. You can apply for work permit, or you can come back to Sri Lanka, or you can do another master's or PhD. There are other opportunities which I am not going to explain, but there are opportunities after your post qualification. But most important thing is you are assured to have 18 months work visa. And as I mentioned to you already, there are opportunities when even if you come back, German government will have some pre-integrating professional scheme program where you get some funding, like I got, and most of other people also got that funding to come back and start your own career. So what are the programs available? Now Germany will have different categorization. Now one is economics, social science and law. Now business administration, MBAs and all these things are included in economics stream. But this is how they define. Economics, social science and law is one category. There are many programs under that. You have language and cultural studies, one another stream. Natural science and computer sciences, one stream. Engineering, medicine, agriculture, veterinary medicine, arts and music, and sports. Now these are categories. For example, for this semester, there are 223 master's programs, and for the next intake, that is, I told you winter intake, which is the biggest intake, you have 728 master's programs. Now for PhDs, you have 243 PhD programs. These are taking students across the year. So there's no particular deadline for PhD. Anytime you can apply. Now I'll repeat again, under different categories. So why I want to say this, I can't explain to you, all of you individually, that there are programs relevant to you. Definitely there are programs relevant to you. Maybe around average this time for each person can think about like applying to 10 programs, for example, 10, 15 programs. But for next intake, we'll have 3 times of such program, whether it is engineering, whether it is business administration, medicine, agriculture, arts, sports. In all these areas, you have masters as well as PhD programs. Now, what are the eligibility criteria for admission as well as for scholarships? Now, of course, you need to have a good academic background. For masters, you need to have a degree. Now, all of you are invited because you are matching those criteria. Now, if you are from CIMA or any other professional qualification, Germany doesn't take them as eligible enough to apply for their masters. You have to have a degree. Now, degree should have at least 50% overall grading. So, if you pass your degree decently, if you have better, for example, first class is very good, second upper is very okay, good. If you have lower, still fine. But if you have at least 50%, Germany has a different scale that I am not going to explain it. But if you have more than 50% in your degree overall GPA, then you are eligible. But higher your GPA, chances are higher for you to apply for some scholarships and get scholarships. You need to have a strong resume in addition to your degree. For example, your extracurricular, additional achievements, these are very important. Now, strong CV is an important aspect because a lot of Sri Lankans don't know how to write a good CV. So that is very important. Motivation letters and essays, you have to show that why you are worth to for them to get to their program. This is one important area where you have to market yourself professionally. That is important aspect. Application, of course, you have to fill online or sometimes even by post. Some universities will say you can directly apply with them for free, but there are some universities who will ask you to apply through a agent called Uniassist. That is a German university-wide company who is getting application from all the international students. You have to pay for that application. For example, first application 65 euros. If you apply 2, you will get 15 euros more. That means it's not double for each additional application per one semester, 65 plus 15 each. So you have to think about, if you now there are programs you can apply without any application fee, but some universities will ask you to pay the admission application fee. You can decide whether to apply without application fee or with some application fees. Recommendation letters are very important. I would recommend you can have 2 reference letters from your university lecturers, or 1 from university lecturer and 1 from your supervisor or your employer. Now, when you apply to 5 programs, sometimes you can apply with same reference letter, but some programs ask particular letters written to them. So maybe you need more than 2 letters. So therefore, it's better to keep in touch with the professor or lecturer who can give you a good reference letter, and maybe one of your former employer or supervisor or somebody else. Somebody already asked about English requirement. Yes, German universities normally ask IELTS or TOEFL. IELTS is preferred. 6 is minimum, but some programs will ask you 6.5. Now, if you want to get a scholarship like Erasmus Mundus, you have to have at least 6.5 academic overall. If you apply for a PhD, now these are mainly for all requirement for both masters and PhD. But if you apply for a PhD, you have to have a pre-prepared research proposal. Of course, you can change it later, but you need to have that as a part of your application form. In terms of costing, this one I think I should show you. Let me try again to share the screen. 10 minutes more. Okay. Now it automatically goes to the screen. But I can again read. Maybe later, if you ask questions in the next session, I can try to answer. Now, in terms of financing, if you are going as a self-financing student, that means you don't get any scholarship, but you don't pay tuition fees. Okay, is it clear? Can somebody answer me, please? Type, please.
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you are going as a, I have a slide to show, but I will show you later. But now I'll explain. You have to show your living expenses. That is 700 euros per month. Let's say in Sri Lankan rupees, 100,000, 120,000. But it's 700 euros. You have to show them into 12, and travel other expenses maybe 1,000 euros. So altogether, you at the beginning when you get the admission, you have to have around 8,500, 9,000 euros. That means in Sri Lankan rupees, maybe about 1.8 million, which is very low compared to Australia or UK. This is actually not you pay. This is how much money you should have. So then the German university will tell you, deposit that money in a German bank they name. For example, if you are going to university in Frankfurt, the university will say in let's say Deutsche Bank in Frankfurt, you have to open account and deposit that money, and then you go to German embassy with the admission letter, your money, you deposit the confirmation slip or something with other additional document to get visa. Now, if you don't get visa, if your visa is rejected, you can send that notification to that bank and the university, and they will refund you money. Of course, you will lose around 100 euros because international transfer will cost some money, but otherwise you get the money in full amount. If you get admission, when you go there, every month you can withdraw 1/12 of that money because you deposited money for 12 months. 700 into 12, that means 8,600 euros. That money you can't withdraw once. Every month you can withdraw 700 each for your living expenses from the bank. Now this is how much you have to have. But I would say, since you can work, maybe within safely most of you can find a job within 6 months. So you can earn around 650 maximum student salary. You can earn that money and you can live with that money. So you need to have, for example, if you are borrowing money from somebody for 6 months, if you have around 6 lakhs or about 5,000 US dollars, that is enough, and then you can earn and survive with money you get from Germany. But this is the official standard. You have to have 1 year of your living expenses deposited in a German bank at the beginning. Now, when you want to get extension for the second year, which is not very complicated, but again you have to show that money when you are in Germany. So there are different ways you can arrange that money. I will explain individual level how to do that. But minimum requirement is you have to have sufficient funding for 1 year living expenses deposited in a German bank when you are applying for visa. Okay. Now I want to show you some programs and scholarships. How many minutes left? Yeah, it's going to finish 5 minutes. 5 minutes, so I can explain about. I will explain about not programs but some scholarships. Now, Germany has very generous scholarships. For example, DAD. You can find more information on www.daad.org. That is the German government scholarship program. There are many scholarships under that scheme. However, it's very difficult to get that because you have to have very high qualifications like first class and different background. If you have very good background, you can apply and get a DAD scholarship. But for Sri Lankans, they don't offer many scholarships, maybe few per year. If you are from engineering, computer science, mathematics, it's difficult. But if you are from social science, international relations, language, it's comparatively easy. And if you are a female candidate, you work for government development organization, chances are higher than if you are working for a private sector. But I would say, let's say there are around 30 applications. I would say maybe only 3 people are eligible on my assessment to apply for and get admission to DAD. That is full scholarship. You get around 1,000 euros as a monthly allowance in addition to all travel, month book allowance and everything. It's a very generous program. Then you have Erasmus Mundus scholarship. As I already mentioned, that is the main advantage. Now DAD, you apply for now you have to apply this year for 2018. So you have to apply more than 1 year before. But Erasmus Mundus is the main attraction for this intake. This is the European Union funding. You again get more than 1,000 euros for masters and around 1,500 for PhD candidates. If you are married, you get more, and you have a lot of other. It's a very good also program scholarship. But here there are different criteria. I can share with you the list of this program. The programs are multidisciplinary. They are multi-country, not only in Germany, different countries. And now here also to get admission, it's a competition because the global competition. But the chances are higher for you to get Erasmus Mundus than DAD. And if you get DAD, you can study in a few countries in Europe. And there are other fellowships offered by political foundations like Konrad Adenauer Stiftung, Ebert Friedrich Stiftung. They are not very popular in Sri Lanka, but these offices are mainly in New Delhi. If you look at their websites, you can later contact me, or you can send the links. Actually, they are these links are listed in my slides. maybe I will be able to show you later, but there are not government but political parties scholarship, Max Planck Research Fellowship, Konrad Adenauer, and there are other such political foundations. But more common one is university funded scholarships. These are not very generous like DART or Erasmus, but if your grades are good during first semester, for example, you get you have opportunity to get funding from the local university. So, but they will not give you those scholarships when you are applying. They will say when you come, if your performance are good, they will offer you a scholarship, maybe around 500 euros. But this one is, I can't, for example, guarantee them. That is depending on your luck and your university you are applying. Once you go there, you get sometimes. But this is also, now for example, I got my MBA after going there, university money funded by Mercedes-Benz and some other German companies. And if you are a Sri Lankan academic, how many of you are, I think there are few Sri Lankan academics who are working for the universities. Now, if you are working for Sri Lankan universities, now UGC has an arrangement, if you get admission to German university, for example, I got that advice to tell you, you get admission with us to admission to German university for masters and PhD, UGC will pay you your living expenses as a part of their funding. So if you are a UGC or if you are a Sri Lankan university academic, you have different opportunities for full scholarship. That means German government will pay you for your tuition, which is no tuition you have to pay, and your monthly subsistence will be paid by UGC before you go to Germany. You can, if you are a university academic, you can separately talk to me about this later. Okay, 1 minute. I think we can now disconnect this, and I'll try to connect you again, and then maybe a few slides more, and then we have the discussion. Okay. Any more questions? You can type here. So 1 minute, I will explain. I'll connect you back. So scholarships are there. I will explain about Erasmus Mundus and yeah, about Erasmus Mundus mainly, and some